Look at that fish for you. Welcome to another edition of Don Allphin on Fishing. Now I'm back into reality. That Mexico trip was a wonderful trip, but now we're back home and we're getting on the ice today just with a couple of friends, and we're trying to find some fish. We've got a bunch of kids with us. You hear them crying in the background, but sit back and relax and enjoy a little bit of ice fishing on Flaming Gorge this evening. Hopefully we'll catch a few fish before dark, and then after dark we're going to go after some burbot. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for hopefully some ice fishing action. One of my favorite little trout baits I've just dropped down as we're trying to get things going on the ice fishing. I always drop down a little bait that I've used forever, and looks like it hasn't gotten any hits at all, but it's a nice little minnow looking head, just like that, with just a tiny hook, and I just put on a little tiny piece of night crawler, and that has been a dandy for me for many years. I guess I've been fishing it up here for at least 20 years, and I really like it. Just getting set up, having a lot of fun, getting a little bit chilly. It's probably about 20 degrees or so out on the ice, but don't need to have anything on, but we will as far as gloves and such, but we will in about half hour, I'm sure. Little koi over here's got a burbot. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, that's about the average size. That's a good fish. What's wrong with that, koi?
Nothing.
Nothing, right? Oh, good job using a little spoon. That's awesome.
Yep. Little spoon and sucker meat.
Fantastic. Spoon and sucker meat. Looks great. My little rig inside there. See that nice ice tent? Got a little heater going. I got a little bit of light in there. I'm going to get some more light in a minute. But I've got my rod set up, and I usually am jigging one, and then if I get a fish or two to come in, then by having all my rods in a very small area, I might be able to get 2 or 3 or 4 fish on, even though I will mess up my lines and will eventually have to unhook them. But you know, burbot sometimes travel in big old schools, and as they crawl along the bottom, it's nice to have more than one rod able to catch a fish at a time. So that's kind of how I'm set up from inside my ice tent. Oh, we got another fish right here. Just going to go right on over. Koi's got another one. So the night's starting well. There we go, a little smaller fish, but nothing wrong with it. So they want the jig tonight. That's great.
Yep, and I was jigging. I was just smacking that bottom.
Smacking the bottom with it every time.
Yep.
There's a good one. That's awesome. Great job. I'm heading over to Colton. Colton, how have you gone so far? Have you gotten any bites at all?
No bites.
Besides that nice rainbow you caught?
Just the rainbows.
Yep. Well, that's fantastic. Just working on getting them started, huh?
Yep, I got one more rod to put out.
And then we'll be set up.
Yep.
And see, Colton's got a big spotlight, and he can actually look across the ice and see all the stuff that he's got going, and bells and whistles and everything else on his rod, so that when something happens, off he goes. So that's the 3 of us. We're out here having a ball. It's oh my gosh, it's really late. What is it? 6 o'clock?
Maybe 7. Maybe.
How about 6:21? You know, it's been a lot of fun so far. The fish haven't been holding on for very long. The last one I got, you look at my finder, you see I've got one hanger on her right there. Just keeps coming in and out of the transducer, but otherwise you can't see them because they're absolutely right on the bottom tonight. So all I'm doing is dropping down, make sure I'm on the bottom, and then I just want to bang that bottom and give it a whirl. I'm trying to recharge my baits with a black light about every 10 to 15 minutes. And just seeing what's going on. It's 6:30. So it's been dark for about an hour and a half. And we're now, all of us have had bites now. Coy's got 4 on the ice, and Colton caught that nice rainbow before dark, but I haven't gotten anything on the ice yet. Not worried about it, just having some fun, trying some new things, kind of experimenting a little bit tonight, and we'll just see what happens. Keep him on. Okay, he's coming up. Nice little bite. I don't know what we've got for sure, but he's on his way up. We'll just see. Oh, there's a nice one. Yeah, it's about that size of that larger one of yours there, Coy. So we'll take it, right? We're not going to complain. Yeah, he wanted it. There we go.
Another nice one.
Yeah, and you know what? The spoons are working tonight, guys.
Oh yeah.
The spoons are working tonight.
Betcha.
Was that dead sticking?
It was. I was just over here and I just recharged everything.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I turned around, my pole was just going down. So
There you go.
yep.
Awesome. So we're off to the races. Looks like Colton's got one. What do you think you got? What do you think you have? There, you know you have a little burbot. Nice job. Can't keep a good man down. That's what we say. What'd that come on?
That come on, a 2-tone Lingdinger.
2-tone Lingdinger. That's it. You've been partial to that since you brought it out.
Yeah, they just look good.
They do look good. Well, that's awesome, bud. So tonight we're using Colton Christenson's tackle. Basically, we're using Lingdingers, and we're using grubs. I've got a 4-inch grub that's had a couple of hits, and then obviously they're the glow jig heads. But we've also been working with a little bit of a prototype spoon, which you know, I caught my only burbot that I've had on the ice. I've lost at least 5 or 6, but the only burbot I got on the ice was on that prototype spoon. And Coy's gotten 2 or 3 fish on that, plus another one of his spoons that he has. And Colton got his on a Lingdinger, but we are, you know, it's pretty slow tonight. This is a brand new spot. We've never fished it before. None of us have. So we might have picked an area that just is not as prolific with burbot as other spots in the lake, but it's been so far a lot of fun. I think we're at about 7:15 tonight so far, and I just missed another fish and had a couple of bites go sour on us, and so I'll reel in here real quick. I want to show you Colton's prototype. We don't have a problem with doing that a little bit, but this is going to be, I think, a very, very nice lure. So if you look at that, baby, there it is. This happens to be in the pink, and you put a little glow on it, and it glows really, really well. And I just like it because it's a little bit fatter than my kokanee jigs and other kind of jigs that I use. I like it because it gives it a lot more action, and so I'm really excited about this. Hopefully he'll be able to get it out here pretty quick, because this is going to be a nice lure for him. Take it back. All right, well, let's see here. We finally got a fish to stay on for a second. We got I think he's just messing around with the other lines, but just take a look and see.
Yeah, you got 2 other
There
lines.
we go. Good. Finally. But that's okay. That's what we wanted. All right. Not a bad one. Boy, he he didn't eat that one like the others have been. It was caught right there in the mouth, side of the mouth. But that's that. Hey, that's not bad. Better than a kick in the fanny.
Yeah.
What did that come off? Same kind of spoon?
Yeah. Yep.
Just little
Chartreuse.
Yep. Kind of a rainbow trout looking thing, huh?
Yep.
Super. Awesome job. Good job, Coy. Way to keep it going for us. Got another burbot. Good thing we keep missing them.
I'm missing probably 5 or 6 out here. I finally got him. Give him a little dinner work.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm coming. That yours?
Yep.
Where is it?
Right here.
You got it caught, huh? I missed it. Too bad. Well, it's just about time that we head on in for the night. Not too shabby. Colton, Coy, and I just had a great time fishing a new area we've never fished. It's a little bit above Buckboard, and ice was what, 7-8 inches deep.
Yep.
So it was plenty of ice. It was really active tonight as far as the ice goes. We felt like we were in an avalanche a couple of times, but when you feel that means the ice is building. So that's good news for the Burbot Bash. Colton, remind us again when that Burbot Bash is going to be this year.
Burbot Bash is just under a month away, January 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Fantastic, and make sure that I think after the first of the year is when they can start registering for that. So, Coy, tell us a little bit about what you did tonight. How did you catch those fish?
Mostly just spooning with the chub meat on the end of it. Right off the bottom, banging in the bottom and the rocks and stuff. Lakeshore Tackle, Ned's Bait Box. Like to thank them for all their great products and everything. Colton's knowledge of the lake and everything. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
works out awesome.
Yeah, and I spent my time in the tent just kind of doing an experiment by putting all my rods right in there. And you know what? I had a bunch of bites. I had probably a dozen bites, but only got a couple of 3 fish on the ice. But my gosh, I was happy as a clam to be out here, and I know that the temperatures dropped down to probably 0 now. My guess is pretty close.
It's cold.
It's cold, I can tell you that much. But but thanks again for watching. Appreciate subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more of these videos. I'm going to do a couple of short videos in the next couple of weeks on fishing regulations and some changes, and also some water level situations. So just stay tuned, and we'll be doing a lot more of this in the future.